In the end, this life is all about consciousness. When we read the scriptures and we read about characters and we read about places, we are not reading about people or characters that have lived, but we are reading about states of consciousness that we travel through on our sojourning through this world. You see, we are traveling really not a physical path, but an inward path. You see, we are traveling from the Old Testament, the old mind, the carnal mind, into the promised land, which is the spiritual mind, you see. So when we read in the scriptures of characters dying, what is dying or passing on is really our old consciousness, our old way of thinking and feeling, our old ways of being, you see, our old consciousness. Now, when we, for example, read of Abraham passing on and blessing Isaac, and the same thing for Isaac passing on and blessing Jacob, what we really see is that former level of consciousness, our Abraham, because he passes on, it doesn't really mean that everything that level of consciousness was about was bad. Because you see, Abraham blesses Isaac. You see, he takes the blessing. The blessing is the good things of that consciousness. You see, he is giving him the mantle, the cloak. You see, just like Elijah, the prophet Elijah blessed Elisha with his mantle, his cloak. What does the mantle or the cloak symbolize? Consciousness, you see. That is what it means to pass on your cloak, you see. So when you pass on your cloak to your son, you're really passing on your consciousness, the good things that you have reaped with your consciousness, and you give it to your son. That's his inheritance. That's his foundation, his substance that he builds on, you see? So nothing is really lost. The goats are lost, but the sheep are kept. You see, the good thoughts and feelings, the good consciousness, it is brought into your barn, into your being, into your nature. You see, that's the cloak, that's the fruit. And you keep going, you keep building on that goodness that your father, your Abraham, your source has provided you. And when you leave this world, your spirit, also known as your consciousness, is the only thing that you will be taking with you. Because naked you came into this world, and naked you're gonna go. You see? Because the flesh is vanity. And everything that you do with it is vanity. Everything that you accumulate with the flesh is vanity. The only thing that matters is consciousness, is your state of being. The only question that you should ask yourself today is, am I in a loving state of consciousness? Do I embody Christ's nature, who is God's loving nature today? You see? Because that's what you're going to take with you. Your consciousness. You're not going to take this body, this flesh body with you that is vain, that blooms for a season and then it passes away. You're taking your being, your nature with you. You see? And what are you going to take with you if that vessel, if that spirit is filled with all kinds of unrighteousness, all kinds of wickedness, all kinds of darkness, all kinds of fleshly lusts? You see, if you don't have a fleshly body anymore, what are you going to satisfy these lusts of the flesh if you don't have the flesh to satisfy them with anymore? Have you thought about that? It's something that you should be considering today. Because where you go, where your consciousness goes, there is no more satisfying of the flesh. There's no more sowing. There's no more reaping. There's no more growing. There's no more withering away. You see, there's only the is. There's only the I am left. Just like it was in the beginning. Did you read that in the end it shall be as it was in the beginning? When the I am hovered over the face of the deep and it was void. Nothing. Only being. Only consciousness. But what if that being is filled with darkness? What if it's filled with all kinds of lusts? What when it's hovering over that face of the deep, over the void? What is it going to fill itself with, except the thing with which it is already filled? If that light that be in you be darkness, how great is that darkness?